Well, we now have episode 5 of this absolutely abomination of a show, that of course being Willow. The good news is we've only got 3 of these to go, so we haven't got too long to go, but yeah, we've got another episode that is very boring and very shit. I don't know what more I can say. This is the episode really where the writers, reveal that they have no talent whatsoever to be able to write anything meaningful for a character rather. It's hard to do, especially when you haven't really given that character a character to begin with. But you would think when you have certain things that come to light for a character, that would bring something meaningful out of the character. But instead, in this show, we skip over it. We just skip over things. We're just like, so this character's been given this information, and they just change instantly. Don't even think about it. We don't even see them think about it. It's just, in the next scene, they're now fine with it. Right, so we're just skipping over things like that. Even from what we set up in the previous episode, our fellowship, if that's what we call them. When we see those demons behind them saying, get Alora Dan and kill the rest. So they set that up for us to maybe see an ambush or something like that in episode 5. But instead they just start in, it's already started, right? So we don't see anything interesting, about them being ambushed. Now we just jump into it. We get a bunch of dumb shit going on. It's supposed to be ha 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 ha. That's the kind of show you're dealing with. We're also dealing with a show that what they're doing again, of course, with it being Disney, is apparently the murderers, the Bone Reavers, the murderers, they've murdered people. They murdered that old knight in episode 1, an innocent guy that did nothing to them. These people, they're apparently misunderstood, the evil people. They're misunderstood the clan that fought with the Crone and Bavmoda. They're actually just misunderstood. They're actually the good guys, you see. It's those other knights that fought against the evil queen, or the evil whatever it is. They're the bad ones. So they're doing that. Old chestnut tells you all you need to know about Disney, but it's not a surprise. How many stories at this point have we seen like that, where the bad guys, they're actually just misunderstood, even though they killed an innocent person in episode 1. So you've got things like that where it seems that the writers they've forgotten what they've written. It's the same goes for the lesbian romance that we've been promised. They seem to have forgotten that in episode 1, Kit and Jade stuck their tongues down each other's throats. They seem to forget that they've already done that. So in episode 5, they start acting like this is a new thing. Like this is a new thing that, they act as though in this episode, they have Kit acting as though she's in the closet about her sexuality. It's like, no, we already did this in episode 1. We already did all this, but they just seem to forget what they've actually done. What they've done already. But I don't think I've got anything else to add, really, other than let's just get into the episode. But there's a lot of stuff, they just seem to forget what they've written. Okay. I guess that's what they're doing. But, yeah, that's what happens when you hire people that, how do I put this? Lack any fucking talent whatsoever. They're just dog shit. I don't know how they got a job. I really don't know how. But they did. That's just how it works in Hollywood, doesn't it? So, yeah, we start off, again, we were set up for this episode, them being ambushed by the demon people. I don't know what they're called. The Gales. The Gales, that's it. They're called the Gales. So they set that up, but we're already in it. We just need something. It's very funny. So, yeah, they're being chased through this whole place. Yeah, they're already into it. How they got here, don't know. What this place is, don't know. They're just running about it. It's just meant to be a funny, chase scene There's still stupid shit in there. You get one part. Right, let me see if I can find it. No, I think it's back the way. Because if you remember, wait, I actually only just realised this, but I don't know why I can't find this. Let me see. So, because there's a part in this where Kit, she finally, after 5 episodes, uses her bow. She never used it in all the times that it would have been useful to have. She never used her bow. She never shot an arrow until this episode. And when she shoots the arrow, because she misses, she throws her bow away mid-chase. She goes, fuck it, don't need that. It's like, no, you might need it later. Don't throw it on the floor. But that's what she's done. After 5 episodes of finally using her fucking bow. So, yeah, she's thrown that away. Willow's actually finally useful for once. You know, how he's got this in his backpack. I don't really know, because we do get a look in his backpack later on in the episode, and it doesn't look like this is in there. You know, the only thing I can say is, at least for once, he's being fucking useful. I'm surprised he's not just standing about, just watching everything. Because that's pretty much how they've had him most this season. So, yeah, it's just a load of that stuff. They finally get to this part. So, they're trying to figure out, you know, for some reason, the bad guys have given them time to have a little chat. Don't know why. I don't know why. But they need to figure out, right, what are we going to do? For some reason, they can't go back the way they came. They can't go that way or that way. They have to go into the, what's it called? The Wildwood. The Wildwood, which, as they put it, is basically an enchanted forest that can prevent you from leaving. It can make you do things you don't want to do. So that's their only option, apparently. They can't go left. They can't go right. They can't go back the way they came. They have to go in the forest. So they're having a discussion about, well, you know, we can't go in there long. We got to get in there, get out. Yet later on, they start sitting down in the Wildwoods after saying it can take over your mind. Because we need other things to happen. We need things to happen that prevent the plot from moving fucking forward. You know, every episode I jump into this show, you completely forget that, oh yeah, we're actually meant to be saving the fucking prince. That's what we're supposed to be doing, yet we keep putting stuff in the path of just going on our quest and doing the thing. Again, it's fine to have, you know, you stop in this place, but then you have to do things, whether it's with your characters, you know, anything like that, whether it's your world, but it could be anything. But instead, they stop the plot and do fuck all. They don't do anything. It's just annoying. It's boring. It doesn't add nothing to it to the show. It's just, well, we need the bad guys to really be the good guys. That's what we need to spend time doing. So yeah, they're gonna go in the Wildwood. They know, you know, they already know that it could take over their mind. So they should run straight through that forest, get to the other side as quickly as can be, as they can. So this is the Wildwood. They can't go any other way for some reason. There's only 2 of these things. There's only 2 of these gales. I'm pretty sure you can just run round that way, go a different way. You know, I don't know how you ended up. Again, we don't know how they ended up over it because we've skipped a bunch of stuff. So yeah, they have that conversation, and then yeah, so like this. Finally, the bad guy is like, right, I've given him long enough to have a little chat. Now I'm going to start chasing him. So you have. I'm going to show this anyway because I think you need to see it. So this guy's running, right, and you've got Willow. He's got little legs. I'm sorry, you're not outrunning him. You're not outrunning him. You're not fucking outrunning him. Sorry, you're really not. So then why can't they go in there? Why? Again, you've picked to go into the Wildwoods. My question would be, well, how do you know they won't just chase you in there? You know, you might as well just go a different way. You might as well go a way where it's not going to take over your mind and make you do stuff. But you've ran in there. I don't know. I don't know why they can't go in there. They didn't say anything about, oh, if we go in there, they can't chase us because you know, their whatever stops them from going in the forest. So I don't know why they fucking stopped, to be honest. Who knows? So even he's saying, like, you know, just watch out because this wildwood will try and lure you in with, you know, magical shite, whatever it is. So again, they're establishing that it is in fact a cursed forest, although it doesn't seem like it, considering the Bone Reavers live in there. They live in there. So is it enchanting or not? I don't know. I don't know. Say one thing, show another. Don't know what the fuck's going on. So, you know, from their perspective, they're like, right, we can't stay in there long. That's what Kit said. We can't stay in there long. So what happens is, Willow and Allura start doing a magic lesson in a forest that could take control of them. They said, get in, get out. But instead, they've sat down, started doing a lesson. And it's just, all it is Allura, for some reason, wanting to use the wand, which Willow says is too powerful for you. And she's like, well, I grew a pineapple tree, or whatever it was. Right, so that means you're ready for the powerful fucking wand, does it? Don't think it does. I don't think you're qualified yet. So, but she steals it later on anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter, does it? So then she starts doing this, like, weird face, like, trying to do something to him with her mind. So she starts doing that. It's very cringe. What more can I say? So, yeah, they're having that lesson. Again, they just said we need to get in and out. Now they're sitting on their fat asses. So, have I missed anything? No, I haven't missed anything. We just get a few meaningless conversations. This guy's obviously in love with Allura now. So he's asking Borman, well, how do you get a woman and stuff like that? But we can move on from that because I don't fucking care. So yeah, then he notices these bones on the floor, right? He notices these bones. And it just so happens that, you know, where they're all sitting, right? Where they're all sitting, all these men come out of these things. So all these men were sitting there for days, months, years, I guess, waiting for someone to come along. Unless they had a scout, but we don't see a scout. So I guess they were just hiding here, like, for ages, waiting for someone to sit down. And again, it's like they should be. Our fellowship should be blasting through these woods, not spending as long in there because they know it can corrupt your mind. But instead they sit down and it just so happens to be this spot. And these people just so happen to be sitting in there that day. So they're getting taken away by the Bone Reavers, where we're soon going to find out they're actually the good guys. They're actually the good guys. They are justified in fighting with the evil Bavmoda and the evil Crone. They are justified in that. They are justified in episode 1 killing the innocent person, the innocent knight, who died for no other reason than he was mansplaining too much, so we got to kill him. They did it for a joke in the first episode. Someone who wanted to go and find the prince because the prince had grown up around him his entire life, so he wanted to go and save his, his prince. And then they killed him because he said, we better be vigilant around here. Bone Reavers come out, they kill the guy. Because he's an old white man, that's why. That's why, let's be honest, we know why. So they're being led down here. And then he starts asking for some. So this is like Scorpion, is it? I don't know her name. I'm pretty sure it's Scorpio. It's not Scorpio, is it? It's not fucking Scorpio with Al Pacino. Rather watch that though than this. But yeah, we got another boss whammon, and he knows her. I guess they banged. It seems to be. So she's like, why didn't you come back to us and stuff and bullshit and bullshit. So yeah, they're the good guys. They're the good guys apparently. Killing innocent people, that makes you good. So then she comes up and starts trying to convince them to, because she's took Borman and tied him up in her tent. You know, what she's going to do to him, we'll see. Nothing happens. It's just, yeah, and then she's like can you just let us go? And then Jade pipes up, you know, while Kit is trying to get them out of there, and starts calling the people that have captured them stupid. You're not helping anything here, Jade. You're not helping anything. You have to remember that Jade's parents, as far as she knows, were killed by the Bone Reavers. Now, soon enough, certain revelations are going to come out, and she's going to completely change without any development whatsoever. It's just, oh, I was this, now I'm this. Okay, I'm over it. So she takes Jade off. She takes Jade away, makes her a prisoner. We're going to get a long-winded, boring fucking conversation between those two later on. So she's just questioning Borman about where you were and stuff like that. So he gives her a whole song and dance. We'll soon get to that. So now with some of our gang, it's stuck in trapped in a cell. Willow's looking for a way out, and that Prince guy is more obsessed about him being, he's in love with Allura. So he's asking Willow for advice. How do I get Allura to like me again and stuff? I don't give a fuck. We're trying to get out of the fucking cell, not spend time in your love life, you ponce. There's a reason why I still don't know what this guy's actual name is. In fact, what is it? It was Graydon, isn't it? So yeah, maybe I remember, but I didn't for about 4 episodes. But yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? Again, we just got to have funny stuff. Well, it's not funny, but we just got to have, he's talking about, and Willow's trying to, it's like, just get on, you're in a cell. Focus on the situation at hand. So, yeah, that whole shit goes down. And then Willow comes across these borrowers. Can we see them? Yeah, like these little houses. I guess they were in the original movie. I'm gonna watch the original movie at some point anyway. I'm still like, should I though? Is it just gonna annoy me more? So yeah, but it's like this. I don't think do they even show it yet? I don't think they do they? I don't even know who the fuck he was talking to them. No, I think we come back to that bit. So yeah, Kit and Allura have been putting in this. Remember, Allura, she's now stolen Willow's wand, even though she's not ready for it. She could fucking do what? She could kill Kit for all we know. And I have questions about this cell door. How the fuck does that work? Does that come out or what? I really don't know. It doesn't seem like. It doesn't look like one you're moving. So they're in here, and then, Kit is all upset that they've taken Jade. We need to get out of here. This is all the stuff we get when, apparently, Kit doesn't realise she's a lesbian, even though in episode 1, she stuck her tongue down Jade's throat. Yet when Allura says, oh, you clearly love her, we all see it. Like, Kit's like, oh, what? No, you got off with her in episode 1. In episode 1, it's been very obvious you are a rug muncher. It's very obvious. But she's like, no, I'm not. We're just friends. What friends stick their tongues down each other's throats? That's what I want to know. Then again, we have had articles in the real world about how best friends, when they're men, have sex with each other. Right. That's what happens, apparently. So, yeah, we've got all this. Again, I don't give a fuck about Kit's love life. I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. Why are we spending time on this now? Dunno. Apparently, according to the people that wrote this show, they said, "Oh, it only felt natural for us. It came in storytelling natural. No, it's not. It's just thrown on there because we need it to be on there." Again, you had the first episode where it's very obvious her and Jade were in love. Then you forgot about it for the rest of the time. Now we're back to it again, and you're pretending like this is a new thing. It's not. You've just forgotten what you've written. You've just forgotten. You've forgotten. It's very obvious. So, yeah, we're spending time on people's love lives. Love's lives. I can't fucking say love, whatever. So, yeah, whereabouts? Because I haven't got that many notes. You know, some of the stuff I've just got up here. But, yeah, let's continue. So, then she reveals, oh, I've got the wand. And it works the second go, I think. Wait, does she do it yet? No, she hasn't done it yet. Then we've got Borman telling that he was in Troll Mountain or some shit. And he escaped. And like he's telling that Scorpion one thing while it's showing us another. So he's obviously bullshitting her. He went to pubs and stuff. That's about it. Not really that important, is it, at this point? So then we finally get to the actual borrowers. She's Mexican for some reason. I don't know how that fits, really. Don't know how, this is still pissing me off that we've got people speak it like with Mexican accents in a medieval period. Right, I guess that's the way it was. But it's this guy's daughter. I'm assuming he was in the original film. So they have a conversation about stuff goes on. But yeah, they need to come up with a diversion so they can get out of the cell. We don't actually know how they get out of the cell. We never see it. But he just has he catches up with him against. This scene could have been cut. Could have been absolutely cut. But they're gonna make something. They're gonna eventually make something. Alora's got Thingy's wand. Remember Alora that couldn't get spells right for an entire episode? She can now say something a second time, and it works. It works. Right. So they're now out of there. The escape attempt is poor. They don't really get anywhere. But doesn't matter, you see, because these are actually the good guys. Right. So he takes the wand off Alora. He just pulls it out of her hand. Fucking useless. So then Kit's shouting, Jade, and Jade's like, I'm over here, tied to a tree. And then she's like very obviously trying to get her hands out of this, yet nobody sees her. The two guys standing beside her don't realise, oh, she's trying to get out of her knots. Maybe we should do something? No? Okay. So she grabs like a knife, and then we start getting this fight. Fucking boring. This woman is very cringe. She's cringely dressed. She speaks cringily. So then she finally gets Jade. She's about to kill fucking Jade. Remember, the good guys. The good guys. She's about to kill her. And then she realises this, if we can actually see it. So this that is on Jade's neck, this sigil. So we're going to find out Jade is going to have a lot of revelations that should, make her have some sort of conflict, that she's going to, I've lived my life like this, I've been told this, and now all of a sudden this has been dropped on me. Whatever am I to do? We skip that. We skip that, but we'll get to that soon enough. So then, I keep going to say Warwick, I don't know why. So Willow, this guy gives him this leaf. Don't know what it is. Apparently it's for diversions. They never use it. Never comes up again. Yet we had to waste time talking about it. Pointless. Absolutely pointless. So we can move on from that then. So now we've got this. Now we've got the long-winded conversation that I'm just going to pretty much blow through. So as it turns out, Jade is General Kale's daughter that was stolen away and raised by the Knights of by that Ballantyne guy. So big revelations. Apparently that sigil is that's like the mark of their house. And it turns out that Jade was stolen away out of 15 of General Kale's children. Does she say? Yeah, it's just stuff. We're actually the good guys. You see, we were, these people were slaves, so they took up with the evil side. Yet somehow you're actually the good. All right. Doesn't quite work, does it? Doesn't quite work. I did do a little reading. These were the Bone Reavers were slaves at one point, but again, you went and fought with the evil side. You went and fought with them. Why? Oh, whatever. But yeah, that's essentially the scene. I don't think she says much. Let me just have a look. No, is it on the other page? Yeah. So yeah, it's just I think I've pretty much given it everything that happens in this scene. They spend about fucking 5 minutes on it. It's fucking boring. Just get on with it. So yeah. So as you would expect, Jade should be very conflicted. She's been raised to believe that her parents were killed by the Bone Reavers. She's been brought up by that guy Ballantyne. And now she finds out, the Bone Reavers were actually my parents. You can imagine what a person would be going through with that. But in about a couple of minutes, she's just, I'm a Bone Reaver now. I'm a Bone Reaver now. Out of nowhere. Didn't even have to think about it. We've skipped it. We had to skip it because we wasted time in the season doing fuck all. But again, it doesn't really matter because they haven't really... She's not a character anyway. Jade isn't a character in the first place. So it's pointless even throwing this in here, isn't it? But if you're going to have some revelation like that, you need to actually show a person what a person would go through with being given that information out of the blue. But instead, they've just skipped it because they're shit. They're shit. So Willow and that are now out of their cell. Don't know how they got out. It never showed. It didn't show us. So I don't know how they got out. But nobody cares anyway, you see. Because then Thingy comes running out, Alora. And she's like, oh, well, Jade's a Bone Reaver, so we've all been let loose. Yet they left Willow and that in the cell. So why didn't they go and get them then? Dunno. So, yeah, that leaf they got off that Mexican is fucking... What's the point? What's the point? So, yeah, Laura just comes out, and she even says, I imagine Jade is going to feel very conflicted. She doesn't, though. We're not shown that. We're not shown that. They don't do it, so why would you have a Laura announcing that when you don't actually do it? Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking retards. That's all the answer can be, can't it? So yeah, we're not got long after this. So Willow sees Alora she's fucking using the wand on the soup. It's like, Willow told you don't do that because that'll fuck up your insides. But she's pissing about with it, using this powerful wand as she's mixing the soup with it. Mate, that's probably a good reason why you shouldn't fucking have the wand. But she stole it. So that's all that is. So yeah, Jade, she's already like, I'm a Bone Reaver, and I'm so happy. Even though I was brought up my entire life believing the Bone Reavers killed my fucking parents. It's fine. It's fine. I've got nothing to think about. I'm just a Bone Reaver now. Shite. Absolute dog shit. So yeah, we get to see how these people are actually the good guys. She gives a speech about how we're the good guys and the other people are the bad guys, even though we fought on the side of evil. Don't give a fuck if you're a slave or not. If you're fighting on the side of evil, that makes you a bad guy. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this, but that makes you a bad guy. Second of all, we've seen you murder innocent people in episode 1, and now you're like, nah, we're actually the good guys, right? Where you killed an innocent, you killed that innocent knight that was just out doing his job, trying to find the prince. Killed him for no reason, and then the actual group that was with him didn't even mourn him. Never came up again. Even straight after it, they didn't even think about it. Oh shit, that knight just died. What the fuck? None of that. It was just like, oh no, we're not even gonna acknowledge it. We're not even gonna grieve for him, a person we've known our entire lives. But the Bone Reavers killed him. I'm sorry, bad guys. Murder. It's a bad thing to do, isn't it? At least that's what I always thought. But according to Disney, that murder is apparently just. Right. Good messages. Good messages for the fucking children. That is. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. So, yeah, they just have a shit speech. Don't give a fuck. Let's just skip it. So yeah, they're eating things that are called truth plums that make you 100% honest. So that comes into it later. Fucking skip this. Whatever. Who cares? Borman has a romance with the fucking villain. You're a fucking villain, love. That's what you are. So yeah, they have that. Then they have a conversation. Jade breaks up with her, even though apparently Kit was in the closet, even though in the first episode they stuck their tongues in each other's throats. I'm confused. I'm just confused. What's going on? So then Jade's like, oh, you always broke my heart. When have we seen this? Have we seen her break your heart? Don't think we have. So, yeah, they have a boring Lesbianese conversation about some shit. Then they have a conversation because Alura's seen him kill his brother because Graydon had a demon take over him. So that's like what happened. That's why Alura's been distant or something. Except we haven't really seen that. It's just been said. Again, we skipped part of... We at the end of episode 4... And at the beginning of episode 5, we've skipped some things. We skipped some things. Because we didn't want anything interesting to do. All we wanted to get to was evil people are actually the good guys and lesbian romance. That's what we needed to get to. Instead of rescuing the fucking prince. So, yeah, they have that. Then Graydon goes and sits with him. Then Alura, for some reason, you know, the dumb bimbo logic woman, she's given Kit advice. Oh, you just need to be honest. You just need to be honest. That's how you get her back. Fuck. So that's pretty much that. Then Alura, I don't know what she does. So yeah, Kit goes, oh, can I have a word with you, Jade? We're definitely not lovers. So then Alura overhears Willow saying, you know, I'm just a dumb fucking idiot. I beat Bavmoda by dumb luck. I'm useless. So she overhears that and like, oh, he's been lying to me. So he's been useless in this show. Can't really comment on the original film. So then they have this conversation and we're supposed to get all hyped that it's going to be their first kiss, even though they did it in episode 1. Already done it in the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes of the show. You know, maybe a bit longer than that, I think. No, it was about the first 15 minutes of the show, they were kissing each other with tongues and stuff. But now it's like, oh, it's gonna... Okay, it's not even fucking interesting, this shit, is it? You know, it's no Rachel and Ross, is it? Will they, won't they? There's nothing like that. There's no setup to it or anything like that. It's just like, oh, we're doing this now. We're doing this. This is natural storytelling where we just throw a lesbian romance out of nowhere. Again, they had it in the first episode, then they forgot about it for ages, and then we're back to, you know, Kit's in the closet, then she's not. Shit. It's just shit. So before they can kiss, well, Kit is just like, oh, once we find Eric, I'm going to come here with you and live with you. With the evil guys. The bad guys. That were just misunderstood. Even though they killed an innocent knight. That you didn't mourn because you're a terrible fucking person. So just as they're about to kiss, a troll swings in and takes Kit away. Look, this is so amazing. This is storytelling. Two people kissing. Very fucking important, isn't it? So yeah, because that was all the headlines, wasn't it? Oh, the Willow's queer episode is so amazing. It had people want to kiss, even though they've already done it in episode 1. It seems like the people writing the articles have fucking forgot what's been done as well. So yeah, she gets taken away by a troll. I don't know if we can get a frame. Yeah, I think it's like just about here. So this troll comes out of nowhere. I don't know, where is he? Does it matter? Why the fuck? I don't know why that came up. What the fuck's random? So yeah, they steal her. So now we've got to rescue Jade in rescue Kit in episode 6. Instead of again, you haven't got much time left. You've still got to save Eric, and you've just all you've done with it is we're just gonna stop and start and stop and start, and when we stop, we're not gonna do any character work or anything like that. We're just gonna have meaningless, pointless shit because what we need the message of the show to be is murderers are actually good people. So all those murderers in prison. They should be released. They should be released instantly because the show Willow says they're actually the good guys. They're actually the good guys. So that's essentially all the episode was. How do we actually make murder moral? That was the whole point in the show, in the episode. It had no other point. We just need to, the Bone Reavers just need to be misunderstood. It doesn't make no fucking sense because they fought beside the evil side, so I don't know how you can be good from that. I don't know how you could be good. I don't know, but that's the message they want us to send. I'm gonna run out in the street tonight and I'm gonna start telling kids, make sure you fucking kill people, because Willow. The show Willow tells you to. Apparently, that's justice. Fucking hell. I don't know what more I can say about this episode, but yeah, it was just... we've already established that Jade and Nat are already lesbians, and then Kit's going to go in the closet and say, we're actually just friends, and then we're going to pretend like this whole thing is just new. It's all new, even though we already had it. We've already done it. We've already done all this stuff. And you're not going to get people to give a fuck when you just forget about it for ages and then just go, here you go, here's lesbian romance out of nowhere. When we've forgotten about it. And now, here you go, we're doing this now. We're doing it now. Right, you should have spent time doing this like the rest of the episodes. Should have spent time, giving us about their relationship and stuff like that. But you haven't done that because, as always, whenever they add this stuff into anything, it's all fucking meaningless, isn't it? It's all pointless. It's all just, here's some virtue signaling for you. That's all it is. Hollow. Absolutely hollow. Nothing to it. None of it was natural to the story. It was just plopped in. We set it up in episode 1, forgot about it for ages, and now we're just acting like we've been doing stuff with it. You haven't been doing anything with it. So now, just jumping back to, just throwing it out now, pointless. Absolutely pointless. But that's all I can say about this episode. It was very shit. I would rather it was like dumb as fuck, like episode 3 was. Episode 3 is still the worst episode, but it's, you know, entertaining in a sense that it is so bad. Whereas now we're still in bad territory, but it's really fucking boring. Really boring. I'm surprised that we've even been here for like 40 minutes. Just with the amount that actually gets done. Very little. But I don't think I've got anything else to say. We've got episode 6 this week. And we've also got The Witcher Blood Origin. I've got that to review next, which I'm hoping should be out hopefully a few hours after I put this review out. We shall see, because it's only a 4-parter, so we can get through it pretty quickly. But yeah, I guess I'll see you with episode 6, where we've got a save kit from the trolls, and it's gonna be fucking boring.